Welcome back to SRA versus SF1. We're back for the second race of the evening. Azerbaijan. It's qualifying again, 10 minutes remaining. Umpy Lumpy again is sitting at the top step of the podium for the moment with a 1:37.0. Andrew J.S. Thomas, a familiar second, and Absolute is there as well. So interesting. What have I missed since I've missed the first 8 minutes, Kimmy?
To be fair, I've been pretty random on the messages. To be, trying to find out what's going on, trying to get the stream going up, and not even seeing any of it, mate.
Oh dear. Fair enough. Well, we'll pick up where we left off.
No, that's it.
I need to get my remote control because I set everything up on the wheel.
Got on sixes. Retired for some reason. Missed it.
So he will go no further in qualifying. He's going to struggle to stay in fourth this early on. Mr. TJ's very close. Dark Wolves, Constant, Ryan. My name's a beer. Oh, Bianchi sticks it in second. Very, very fast time there. 1:38.1. He's still a second off Umpy Lumpy though. He's just wickedly fast at the moment.
Still going for the alternatives. Yeah, just two on the alternatives strategy as well with Rhodes and Senna, both on supers at the moment, seeing what they can do.
Well, yeah, well, if you can qualify strong on the super softs, then you've got very promising chances for the race. You can get those extra 2, 3, 4 laps on the ultras and sort of extend whatever gap you manage to make from the start of the race. It definitely help them out if they can qualify well on the supers.
Yeah, and we know that
sitting in 7th.
Rose is very good on his tyres as well, so it could really stretch them out.
Yeah, it could be a very strong race for him. Mesmerised by how close Rhodes is getting to the barriers just there. I don't even know if he's on a genuine fly. He was pretty aggressive about it though. Benny. Coming around the final genuine corner. I know we've got the little sort of S's before the straight, but the last actual braking zone can catch you out quite easily. Very easy to lock up, get a bit of understeer, and if you don't quite get your throttle down at the right point, you're going to lose out very much so by the end of the straight. It's so long. It's almost boring as Benny heads into the pits there. Nothing quite going at the moment. I think Senna is on a flyer, looking to post a pole lap time.
I think the other thing you've got to watch out for in the messes is if you do have to lift off, it's going to unbalance the car so much that it's going to put you in the wall. So if you do get caught up on the back of a driver somewhere, it might just be as well hitting the back of the car rather than backing off.
Yeah. Oh, whoa! Absolute Lowell's car just sat in the middle of the straight coming around that final little S's section and nearly caught Senna right off guard. Luckily it vanished from the track before Senna got there. With a very strong lap time, puts Senna up in 6th position with a 1:38.6. It's 5/10 off the 2nd place lap time. Constant Ryan puts in a 1:38.1, almost identical lap time to Bianchi, just 1,000th faster. See what Gumba can do as he heads onto the final straight. I don't know if he's not setting another lap time there. Everyone seems to be heading in, getting ready for that final push. The last 3 or 4 minutes really do make the difference.
Bump coming in. Currently sitting at the top.
Whiffy's coming in. Senna up in 7th on those super softs. It's a good effort from him. Rhodes in 10th.
We've got Benny coming out on his outlap.
Senna in the pits as well. Vincent Ryan's coming in, I believe, at the end of this lap. Yep. So Benny and the Dark Wolves, the only 2 people on track and ready to do a lap. Benny's coming round the final few corners to start his qualifying attempt. He's only really going to have 1 or 2 chances to get it right. Sitting down in 15th with no lap time currently, but he's on the ultra softs and hopefully he's going to get something quicker than a 1:37.09, but that is going to be difficult. Very, very fast lap time from Umpy Lumpy. Failing that, all he needs to find is a 1:38.1 dead or higher. That would get him into a comfortable 2nd position.
It'd be interesting to see if Senna and Rhodes are going to come out and do another lap, or are they going to save them tyres and try and push them through?
Yeah, if he'd already done the 2nd run on the supers and that was the position with maybe 1 minute to go or 1.5 minutes, maybe I'd probably be staying in the pits as well. But at this rate, I don't know whether I'd want to start further back than sort of 9th or 10th area on the supers, because the first 2 or 3 corners, in fact the first 2 or 3 laps around Baku can be really, really hectic, and you can really struggle to make it round in one piece. So being right in the middle sometimes doesn't quite help, and I know that I would naturally want the track position.
They've gone for another strategy, haven't they? They've gone for longer running tyres, and sometimes it works out better to actually do that.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it's worth it. I just don't know whether I'd want to risk possibly being taken out for the opportunity just to run a couple laps deeper, or 4 or 5 laps deeper, or whatever the difference would be. Rhodes retired. But I mean, at the moment, 8th, it's not too bad. All he needs really is a decent enough start to stay with whoever's in front. As Benny puts in 2nd place with a 1:37.2. I completely missed that one pop up, and I was sitting there watching him on screen. So Benny puts himself in 2nd position. Will he be going for another attempt, and will he manage to make that deficit? So just 40 seconds remaining of the session. Not many people left to post laps, but those that are really pushing now. Constant Ryan looks to be on a serious lap to me. Stick it down into high mixture for the tight twisty bits, and then up into hot lap when you're coming for a hard acceleration onto the straights. Quickly nip it into overtake, then back down to high for your tricky little castle section. Try and get the most out of that ERS. It will not last. I don't even think it will last half a lap on a full deployment. So it's really a track you've got to properly manage your ERS on, as well as your fuel. If you under fuel a little bit too much, you could really be struggling towards the end of the race. Benny the first to finish. Couldn't improve on that 1:37.2. Constant Ryan. He's got almost a second to make. It's looking very laggy to me.
Can Beer improve on his time?
Constant Ryan comes across the line now. With the 1:37.9, it's not quite enough to push himself higher. He made the gain, but again, it's just not quite enough. It's Mr. TJ about to cross the line. 1:38.2 puts himself in 5th.
Beer just moves up one place.
13th position for Beer currently as Darks heading onto the straight and opening the throttle. The last attempt at pole. Opens the DRS. Looking a little slow. Weaves around for no apparent reason whatsoever. And it's a 1:39 something. I don't think he improves at all there. And Umpy Lumpy taking pole once again at Baku. So an interesting qualifying. Any thoughts for the race then, Kimmy?
I think we're going to see a few incidents. That's what I think.
I wonder what makes you think that. So, pole position, Umpy Lumpy with a 1:37.04. Benny takes up second on the grid in the Toro Rosso Honda with a 1:37.26. And Constant Ryan, a little bit of an unknown, comes up with a 1:37.9. A little bit off the leaders, but it's still thereabouts in 3rd position. Bianchi 4th, Mr. TJ 5th, and I think that was Andrew JS in 6th. So as evident from the previous race, we will not be having a 5-minute break. We will just be having a short interval. I'm going to say 3 cars will not make it round the first lap. But I was wrong about my last prediction. So
I'm going to say 50% out by end of the race.
Oh, 50% by the end of the race. I don't think that's particularly difficult to do. So you might be onto something there. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know how clean turn 1's going to be. I think we're going to see some questionable decision making into turn 1, if I'm really honest.
I think if you could have any pace in this game, certainly on this race anyway, you got to push the boundaries of where them walls are, and
oh yeah,
you're either going to hit them or you're going to stay out of them.
Yeah, ride or die, literally. Because I mean, but this track sometimes gets you because you can settle into a pace, you can settle into a rhythm. that's quick. Even during a race, you've got some genuine pace. You feel as soon as you feel comfortable, you make that slight mistake. It could be a millimetre or an inch, but because of the level that you're actually pushing at, you're just absolutely wiped out. And like you said, you're either going to hit it or you're going to make it round the other through the other side and have a go at the next corner. So it's an exciting track. I personally, before a few weeks ago, hated the track. I did a couple sweat sessions on it, and it's a really exciting track, and yeah, keeps you on your toes, I must say.
With the intervention of Vodka, it was fantastic.
I'm going to be honest, I did not understand a word you just said there. It sounded like a half sneeze.
I said with the intervention of Vodka, the track was perfect.
It's a long formation lap, so we've got plenty of time to brace yourselves, grab a cup of tea, your favourite pillow, and Humpy Lumpy almost
really
wrecking on the... Again! Oh!
He's certainly warming them
Don't want to
tyres up,
wipe
isn't he?
yourself out. Yeah, he's really... Oh! Nearly again! Oh! Again! Oh!
He's having fun, isn't he?
Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah, he's
interesting.
finally been disqualified.
Goodness sake. So Umpy, Bianchi, Mr. TJ, we've gotten 6 Steph all starting on cold tyres, because I think this is true, correct me if I'm wrong, but no matter how much you've charged or heated up your tyres in the formation lap, if you get disqualified or crash out of it, you start on ice cold tyres. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because it happens a lot. In fact, I'm always wrong. My girlfriend tells me that. But I think that's the case, so it will be interesting, definitely. Okay. So here we go. Okay, that was a terrible view, but the lights are out. And we go, and there's a little bit of argy-bargy between the two Ferraris.
Oh, a bit
of
of
commotion at the back.
Yeah, I think it was one of the Red Bulls. Who's that?
Yeah, Gumber and Steph are right at the back now, and got on 6 has not made it through the first corner at all. Meanwhile, have you noticed that? Top step of the podium is Benny and Bianchi, and then Andrew J.S. Thomas. So that little scuffle between the Ferraris in the first corner has actually really helped out Benny and Bianchi, and possibly knocked Umpy Lumpy off his game just a little bit. But from there on... Yep, my controller just died.
Senna, what happened there? Just took a spin over. Oh! Constant range, just hit wall. Oh!
Gonna grab some batteries from our remote. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, Whiffy's retired.
I will keep it on the top 4 in case I don't come back within the next 30 seconds.
Okay. Got Umpy chasing down Andrew Thomas at the moment. Oh, Umpy making that move. Looked very feisty in the warm-up, Umpy. really giving them tyres some. Unfortunately ended up on the naughty step on the grid. Now got him chasing down for second place, Bianchi. Meanwhile, Andrew nearly loses control and bins it, but luckily enough it keeps it together. Meanwhile, Ben is just running away with this one. 2.5 seconds ahead nearly at the moment. So Ump is going to want to get somewhere close to that shortly.
And I'm back.
6. And
oh no!
Looks like he's going to get Bianchi on this. He does it on the brakes. Oh no, he's got it on the way back. Bianchi gets it back on the switch. Oh, it's very close. Has he got the legs on DRS? No. Oh, very. Looks like Bianchi almost hit the wall there. Got Umpy looking for that way past. Bianchi's just making the car very wide. Going through Castle.
I've officially decided that the F1 gods do not want me to do commentating.
Oh yeah.
I'm back and can start doing camera angles for you guys. So Umpy Lumpy's ready to make a move on Bianchi.
Oh, he's coming into the pits.
Pops into the pits. Very bad decision. He's only done the 3 laps on the Ultras.
Yeah, weren't gonna last long.
I did 8 laps on the Ultras round back in the.
Did he get 5 seconds top go then?
I think it must. No, I didn't see that actually.
I'll put it up on this.
So Benny's actually pulled a nice gap to Bianchi.
Stop go.
Yeah. Oh, he did. Okay. Does it say what was it?
Exceeded track limits.
Oh, okay.
Exceeded track limits. Strangely.
Yeah. Did he drive through the wall? Did he? I just fail to see how the game can give you a track limit. I mean, yeah, like where we've just gone past with Andrew, possibly you can go a bit wide, and that final sort of final proper corner with the braking zone, possibly.
We're snatching a bit of corner there, Umpiers who were coming through just before Castle.
But I mean, you properly have to try to get an actual corner cutting a fence around here. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Andrew just can't quite get close enough to Bianchi at all. Just not quite there.
Well, these tyres should see him through anyway. I think he's pitted at the right time, to be fair.
Andrew stays out on the Ultras. So Rhodes
So
adopting
Rhodes is having
second.
Yep. Ooh.
On his.
Beers just took it.
Oh,
Beers just
wow,
took it
yeah.
back from him.
Sam's really feisty as well. So nice to see both Rhodes and Beer having a good fight for the SF1 team. Andrew in the lead for the moment. It's a provisional lead. Yet to make a stop. But then again, so is Beer and Rhodes. They're all provisional for the moment, but depending on how long they can extend their stint, will of course depend on where they actually come out after the pits. I think they'd be able to keep it around sort of 5th, 6th area out of the pits and then building it from there, which would definitely...
I've noticed when we're riding on board with Rhodes, he's running with a constant velocity transmission by the sounds of it.
Oh dear. I hate that glitch. I don't have anything like that here though. Still clean on my end. Is there going to be a move on Beer?
Remembering the old Williams days, isn't it? Oh, Benny just giving the wall a kiss.
Darting across, trying to break that slipstream.
Is on the back of Bianchi again, but I think Bianchi will have to come in for his tyres. No,
Mr. TJ is alongside Gumba. Makes the move. They're still side by side. Gumba tucks in behind for the first corner, and Mr. TJ makes that 7th position. There's a train for 4th from Umpy, Bianchi, and JS Thomas. That would be 2nd, 3rd, and 4th overall. Benny, still your overall leader, sitting in 3rd position.
Yeah, it's pretty close onto the back of Rhodes as well, isn't he? And oh, he's just took the front wing off. Benny's just took his front wing.
Just missed that. I was following Rhodes. Rhodes and Sam actually having a bit of a scrap here. They don't want to hold each other up too long.
But
yeah,
bet he's gutted. He's just had his stop as well.
It's going to be properly upsetting for Benny, who was looking so promising, and it's gone from just 2 seconds down to almost 4 in a matter of 1 sector. That's really unfortunate to see that. Will he make the decision to go into the pits this lap?
He might as well. I mean, surely they're going to be peeling into the pits, Rhodes, if he's got any... No, he's carrying on. Rhodes is carrying on. And Beer. So, yeah, Benny's doing the right thing.
Benny hits the pits, yeah. So I'm assuming it'll be this or next lap, really, that Beer and Rhodes pop in. And they're going to want to make the most of the ultras. They're going to be on the lower fuel, so they'll be able to post faster lap times than they start when the people that started on the ultras, but whether that will balance out well.
Benny's staying in 9th there, just come back out. Unfortunately making the 2 stops.
No, but that's the nature of the track, really. Like we were saying at the start, it
is.
Be so fast.
I'm so surprised there's so many left.
I, mean, I thought there was going to be 3 gone by the first lap. We've not even had that yet.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
So we're both surprised.
I wonder... Maybe Sam will try and undercut on Rhodes just to get that track position possibly, or are they working together? Because Lumpy not too far away now, just 4 seconds. I'd be making that call round about this sort of next lap.
Andrew Thomas making a bit of ground here on Bianchi.
Yeah, he's certainly.
Oh, Bianchi hitting the wall.
Around.
Tell you something, I think Bianchi loves this track. I've seen him kiss the wall that many times today.
It's getting close between Bianchi and Andrew. Still just 5/10, almost super glued to the back of that Williams. Now closed it down another 10th. Really very close. Oh, so close to the walls there. Couldn't fit a bit of card between the barrier and the tyre face. Here we go. He's going to want to make the most of these next two braking zones. There's a bit of traffic ahead. Is that going to ghost? It's Sam. It's not traffic, it's Sam, and he's running very, very slowly. Is that tyre wear or is that damage caused by tyre wear?
Got a bit damaged that.
What is that?
Damage. Front left, I think.
Oh, yeah, front left has been wiped off. So, and there goes the front left.
Puts it in the wall again.
Oh, no, it's still there.
Oh, Sam.
Unfortunate to see that, but what could have been a properly good finishing position is possibly not going to be so much. But Rhodes has only just entered his pit box. It's not too far away. I don't know whether it's going to be a...
Yeah, we've got Benny just coming up as well. Yeah. He's past start finish. He's hit out the first corner. Looks like he's got it.
So I've got Sam as going onto the softs on my screen. That's a little strange. Rhodes goes onto the ultras, but some reason.
No, Rhodes must be off.
On my screen, he has red tyres on, and he's just wiped himself out again.
Oh, never. Beer, what you done?
I caught both of them, Beer. Both races, you cheater. Not allowed to retire on track purposefully. Anywho, Andrew getting dangerously close to the back of Bianchi again. But is he going to make something stick this time round? He's got the hot lap as we exit the final corner into the flat out S's onto the straight. He's definitely got the run on Bianchi now, but what can he do to stop Andrew from getting past? And it looks like not much at all. And Andrew just pulls away metre by metre. Nice comfortable pass for second position from Andrew J.S. Thomas. Umpy Lumpy finds himself in the lead again, actually being held up by the back markers of Dark Wolves and Absolute Lol. They're still fighting each other too much to realise that the race leader is behind them, and Absolute is actually fighting the race leader. That's not something you want to see. Absolute should be letting him pass, not fighting him. I would have done the same thing. No, but Absolute is still there. So this is dreadful to watch, I might add. Absolute needs to let him pass because he's ruining Umpy's race and almost... Oh! Umpy...
Oh!
Umpy had enough, really. Very good of him to get away without any wing damage, really, but it was quite clear to see that Umpy had enough of that charade. And there goes his front wing after just being tapped into the braking zone by Andrew. So that series of rather unfortunate events I think might well see Umpy Lumpy fall back from the podium position, the pole position. All because Absolute Lol just either didn't see the yellow flag, the blue flags, which flash on your screen very violently, and Jeff tells you often that you need to move. So interesting as we have a scrap for second place, and Umpy Lumpy falls back from first to second to third. He's down in fourth now. Still he's hit Bianchi pretty hard there. I mean, knowing the damage he's got, I don't think he should really be fighting that hard, but obviously there's going to be some high tempers running inside that helmet. Bianchi's not going to be happy with that driving, though. I think Umpy Lumpy is just very, very fed up and angry with that situation, and rightfully so, but just sort of lost his cool a little bit there. It's Constant Ryan. It's just 6/10 away from Andrew, but is that Andrew with no front wing? I wish I could see, but I think it is. Yeah, Andrew JS has no front wing. Both Ferraris lost their front wing in the final few laps. Andrew JS Thomas hits the wall, taking out Constant Ryan at the same time. Bianchi's out as well. All three of the leaders have been taken out, and Umpy Lumpy gets a 20-second time penalty for severe collisions with Bianchi. That has unfortunately a race ruined by the tempers of Umpy and the inconsiderateness of Absolute. I think without that Absolute issue, Umpy would have just cracked on, but no, he got very angry there.
Lost his cool a little bit.
Yeah, just started playing bumper cars with everyone, which is not great to see. Unfortunately, he's carried on, unlike the rest of the drivers, including his teammate. But Mr. TJ, SRA driver, in first position. Yankees left the session. He's probably fairly annoyed. Benny up to third. Just 6 drivers remaining, and I think your vote of more than 50% of drivers not finishing the race is somehow coming
it's nearly
to
66% or something like that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you got that one bang on. Benny nearly understeers into Castle. So Mr. TJ, maybe an unknowing win from him, but he stayed consistent and calm throughout, and he's still here as a result. So good driving for Mr. TJ. Rhodes done a great job to bring himself up into second, and he's only 4 seconds away from Mr. TJ, so a mistake could well take that pole position away from Mr. TJ. Not looking like it though. TJ in control.
But he's still got loads of meat left on them tyres as well.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Umpy Lumpy's actually made the pit to change the wings, stick some ultras on. He's probably just going to go for the fastest lap. There's not much else he could really do. 5 seconds off anyone else. It's Mr. TJ into the castle section for the final time tonight.
To be fair, I mean, Benny and Umpy have had a fantastic race between them, obviously, other than the damage and carnage that went on. You know,
Yeah.
to say they clawed it back in the end, and like Benny's really on there with him. You know, he's not far away really. I think he's done amazing. I mean, obviously, Umpy's still a fair bit down there, but he's got a lot more to contend with, I think.
Oh. Mr. TJ crossed the line, Rhodes and Benny. So it's great to see a completely different sort of finishing top three this race round.
Jeez, that was so close to the wall.
Lumpy managed to gain a lot of time on Gumba, but it wasn't quite enough. He's also got, I believe, a 20-second penalty as well. So Senna can just lift off the throttle now if he wants and breeze across the start-finish. 6 finishes today. A little bit disappointing ending to the race. We had some hectic battling going on in the final 5 laps, but unfortunately things went a little astray. There you go, Mr. TJ takes not pole position, the win. It's not qualifying anymore, stop saying pole. Takes the win for the second race of the SF1 versus SRA Championship. It's 1-1 for SF1 and SRA, so good little fight we got for the between the leagues. And that was, I think, a very exciting race. We had some great racing towards the end, and then of course some great controversy as well. So I believe we are doing podium questions now, so we'll invite the winners in.
Oh, you're inviting the winners from the last race as well?
Yeah. We'll do a little one question each, alternate, whatever.
I'll let you do the questions.
Oh, okay. Cheers.
You're so more well clued up than me.
Yeah, about that. So, Mr. TJ, Benny. Dear. Who have you invited in? Lumpy. I think that is... No, it's not. We've only got 3 people in the party. So everyone's been invited, but whether they join or not is entirely up to them. I'll give them... Yeah, you're here. Well, we can always ask you questions. We can ask you everyone's questions if you'd like.
Okay, I'll include my audio.
Come on, Umpy. You won the first race there. Rhodes.
Who else were we waiting for?
So what was the top 3 for the first race? Was Umpy, JS and who else was it?
We've got them all. I haven't even got them.
Well, I've invited everyone, but it's just Benny and it's just Benny and Rhodes.
Yeah.
Well, we were, but we've only got 2 drivers. Okay. Well, my beloved guru has just let me know that we're gonna end the stream. So thank you guys for watching. If you do want to know more information about our page, our league, our channel, you can head over to the information tab on the Twitch stream. We've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got YouTube, and of course Twitch. So head over there, give us a like, give us a follow if you're interested in racing with us. We've got 3 GP series, and we've got classic round, we've got the SRA versus SF1. I think we've got a performance championship coming, so it's all there for you guys. If you want to join us, feel free to come and have a chat with us. We'd love to see you there. Thanks for watching tonight, and good night.